Well, welcome everyone. I'm so excited to have you all here. I'm Dr. Cynthia Thaik. I'm the heart-centered cardiologist, and my mission is to bring heart health to my clients by addressing all facets or dimensions of the heart, not just the physical, but also the emotional, mental, and spiritual heart. I'm here with my friend Catherine Ford, who's a life mastery consultant. Over the last month, I've guided a number of clients through a physical detox program where we avoided certain foods that were toxic or allergenic to our bodies. In much the same way, there are certain thoughts and emotions that are toxic to our bodies and our minds. As a cardiologist, I see countless number of patients presenting each day with chest pain, shortness of breath, fluttering in the chest, elevated blood pressure, to name a few. And almost inevitably, stressors are involved. As we reflect back on our year, on the successes as well as the challenges, I want to introduce you to a way of being that is more expansive and more liberating and life-giving than what you might be currently experiencing. My new book, Your Vibrant Heart, Restoring Health, Strength, and Spirit from the Body's Core, is meant to do just that. Now I want to introduce you to my friend Catherine Ford and let her say a few words about herself.
Thank you, Dr. Cynthia. I am so excited to be discussing the importance of this mental detox. For those of you who may not know me, I am the founder and president of Excellence Institute, where I'm a certified life coach and life mastery consultant. Both Dr. Cynthia and I have been trained by our mentor and coach, Mary Morrissey. Dr. Cynthia and I are also members of the Institute of Coaching Professional Association, a Harvard Medical School affiliate. My practice brings the inspirational vehicle of coaching into the medical setting as a positive, supportive protocol, which helps people to create that positive and lasting changes in their lives that they need. I'm truly passionate about helping others optimize their health and well-being. I myself have a serious autoimmune condition and have successfully navigated the challenges in order to effect the necessary changes in my own life. I have done this through personally applying the principles and tools that I teach in my coaching practice. And I believe this is why I'm doing extremely well and living a life of excellence.
Before we begin, let's do a quick meditation. I'm honored to have my friend Christine Osepian on this call. Christine is a certified hypnotherapist with a master's degree in psychology, and she's an amazing spiritual healer. Christine, can you take us through a quick meditation?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Dr. Thaik, for having me on this call, and welcome everyone. And so what I'm going to ask you to do now is just gently close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, bring your attention to your breath now. As you take a deep breath in at this moment, remember that you're releasing certain aspects of negatives from your life, and you take a deep breath by welcoming the divine light and love into your mind and body. And every time that you exhale, that's when the release happens. Releasing and letting go of any worries, any fears, any doubts, setting aside any and all negatives, and just being present in this moment, so that the next 4 weeks in this workshops with Dr. Thaik and Catherine, they become life-changing for you. And so as you bring your attention back to your body now, remaining focused at the centers where there might be blockages, there might be stress, there might be any obstacles, whether it's in the mind or in the body, just bring your attention to those places now. And visualize the divine golden white light going straight to those centers, and like a lightning hitting to the center of it and blasting them, dissolving them away. And so that the energy of your body and mind begins to flow freely, easily, and effortlessly. As you bring your mind and body back to the center now, to your focus, visualize the divine golden white light gently coming closer and closer to the bottoms of your feet, and now beginning to enter into the body from the toes, from the heels, from the bottoms of your feet, because the bottoms of our feet and the palms of our hands have the largest pores, and so energy tends to enter through those channels a lot quicker, a lot easier, bringing peace, relaxation, calmness, and total control and balance to the mind, body, heart, spirit, and soul. And as the light now travels gently up from your ankles into the calves, wrapping around the muscles, tissues, fibers, cells, and bones in those areas, gently like a wave of comfort and healing, moving into the knees, slowly feeling the thighs. And from there, like a wave of comfort, just like the waves cleanse and clear the ocean, the same energy, this love, this powerful energy begins to clear your body inside out. And so from your thighs, it gently moves into the hips, and just like a glass gets filled with water, this energy of love and light and healing begins to fill your upper body now, wrapping around every internal organ, slowly moving up from the lower back, one vertebra at a time, to the back of the neck, and from the front of the body, up and over the chest, into the lungs, and gently, like a blanket, begins to wrap around the heart, preparing your heart to open up, preparing your heart to expand. Because as you bring your attention to your heart and allow your heart to open and expand, you're not only welcoming love into your heart, you're welcoming healing to your body and mind. And as this energy travels up through the neck, it goes into the shoulders. And as most of us may have stress or tension or obstacles or negatives, as we carry them on our shoulders, feeling the heaviness of those burdens and negatives, now is the moment, today is the day. You set those bricks aside. And so now bring your attention and visualize yourself one by one, taking those bricks and throwing them to the ground, getting rid of those illusions, those negatives, and feeling your body and mind now quickly transferring that illusion into a positive, transferring that negative into a positive, transferring that fear or doubt or worry into healing. And as the light now travels into the mind, wrapping around the left brain, the right brain, preparing your mind with your body for the next 4 weeks as Dr. Thaik and Catherine prepare to change your life, help you change your life, take you to the next level on your spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical growth. And as the light now travels down the arms, one by one, you set aside any and all illusions, letting them drain from the fingertips, from the palms of your hands, letting them drain from every pore in your body, welcoming the love, the light, and the positives to the mind, to the body. And as the light circles around your mind, it is preparing your mind. It is preparing you physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually to be focused, to be clear, and to remain in the positive. And in the second, as I count you out, remember you will remain calm, relaxed, and in total control, focused and crystal clear, absorbing like a sponge all the wonderful information that Dr. Thaik and Catherine have for you. And so now gently and slowly begin to wiggle your toes, your fingers. As I slowly count you out, with each count you'll begin to feel alert, awake, with a positive sense of well-being on every level in your being. So with 0, we always go deeper, and we close the gates to our subconscious mind. And by closing the gate, we close the gates to the illusions and negatives and give ourselves permission to be open to attract positive opportunities, situations, and people to ourselves. And so with 1, we gently begin to come up. 2, more physically aware. 3, more mentally alert, remaining at peace, calm, relaxed, and in total control, focused and crystal clear in the present. 4, your eyes gently begin to open. And 5, your eyes are open and you're wide awake.
Didn't that feel great to allow our minds and bodies to be still and to be present in the moment, noticing our bodies? Now let's turn our attention to our thoughts and notice what are the predominant thinking patterns that govern us. Ask yourself this question. Do you typically have kind, supportive thoughts, positive in nature, or do you spend a good part of your day in negative, critical thoughts, either directed at yourself or others? Being able to stand back and look at yourself objectively is a critical part of this life work. One of the most important life mastery tools that Catherine and I will teach you is to notice what you're noticing and to be able to answer the question as to whether those thoughts are empowering or disempowering.
We can actually view our thoughts as our mental diet. In much the same way we make choices with respect to the food we use to nourish our bodies, we can make active choices with respect to the thoughts we choose to nourish our minds.
Notice the feeling tone of your thoughts. These feelings are thoughts in motion, or energies in motion, or emotions. These feelings affect the very fabric of your vibration and of your being. Thoughts and emotions track together. Change your thoughts and your emotions follow. Change your emotions and your thoughts follow.
How we think, how we feel, how we act. These separate entities are intertwined and interrelated and ultimately form the basis of our success. Wallace Wattles, in his book, The Science of Getting Rich, states, man is a thinking center capable of original thought. If man can communicate his thought to original thinking substance, he can cause the creation or formation of the thing he thinks about. Every man has the natural and inherent power to think what he wants to think, but it requires far more effort to do so than it does to think the thoughts which are suggested by appearances. To think according to appearance is easy. To think truth regardless of appearance is laborious and requires the expenditure of more power than any other work man is called upon to perform.
So is it really that simple? Can our thinking power allow us to be who we want to be, do what we want to do, and have what we want to have? How readily do we have the capacity to change? Dr. Joan Rosenberg, creator of Emotional Pilates and a highly regarded psychologist, stated that if you have the capacity to think, you have the capacity to change. Albert Einstein's quote, "No problem can be solved with the same level of consciousness that created it," speaks for why so many of us are stuck where we are, almost powerless to change. For if there is to be any progress or change, you have to be willing to reach a higher level of awareness. That is what we will guide you to achieve in this 4-week mental detox program.
During these 4 weeks, we will shine the light of awareness on the light of truth. What do you know to be true about yourself? We are going to have you examine your limiting beliefs and challenge the truth of those beliefs. We will encourage you to release and repattern your belief system and learn to trust your inner guide and embrace the comfort and soothing feelings of love and gratitude.
In week 1, we will cover the negative emotions of stress, fear, and anxiety that affect so many of us these days. We will define what stress is and learn how to notice the stressors in our life, be it work-related, family or relationship driven, or changing conditions such as a death, a move, a loss of a job, or a divorce. Even when there are good things happening in our lives, such as a birth of a baby or a job promotion, where we are excited and feeling nervous at the same time, fear and stress can set in and paralyze us. We will touch on what is the biology of stress, the hormones and the neurotransmitters involved, and examine the effect on our health, as well as provide some tools for stress management. I like to teach that fear and excitement are the flip side of the same coin. Certainly from a biological or physiologic standpoint, they cause the same reactions, the same cascades of neurotransmitters and hormones, leading to the same bodily symptoms, be it elevated blood pressure, heart rate, sweats, queasiness in the stomach, or knot in the throat. The key is to be able to harness this energy to have it serve us rather than to hamper us. And what about anxiety? I remember being asked by my therapist when I was dealing with some marital issues, Cynthia, how do you manifest your anxiety? I remember vehemently denying to her that I experienced any anxiety, to which her response was, oh yes you do, you're a very anxious person. The next time you're in an uncomfortable situation or conflict, notice your body and your reaction. That was when I recognized that nauseous, queasy feeling, that feeling that I previously called my hunger pang, was really my body's manifestation of my anxiety. I had intermittently experienced this symptom even as far back as my teenage years. Now it surprised me to no end that here I was a cardiologist practicing for nearly 20 years, solely diagnosing other patients with anxiety, and yet I had not been listening to or being connected with my inner self enough to recognize that symptom in myself. Well, I will tell you, that was the beginning of my journey to develop a deeper appreciation of this mind-body-soul connection that we call life.
This is a beautiful depiction of the balance that can be achieved when we have perfect harmony between our body, mind, and spirit. We need to learn how to get connected with our inner guide so we might become experts or masters of the connection between our body and mind. We need to learn how to allow the negative or vulnerable feelings to move in our body and translate that into what we are possibly thinking in our mind. Developing this mind-body connection is the path to greater health. Each of us is a unique spiritual being, and we need to learn the language of our body.
What are the biological results of these toxic emotions, be it stress, fear, or anxiety? Who or what is responsible for these thoughts and emotions? And how do we change our predominant thinking pattern to be able to stare down these seemingly realities that we are facing and recognize that we are more than that? That the life that is breathing you can know how to handle any situation or any stressors. You will learn how to respond rather than react, how to push the pause button and do a pattern interrupt. It's all about turning your life right side up. In week 2, we will explore our self-image and our limiting beliefs. Oftentimes we have thoughts that are judgmental or cast self-doubts. Much of these thinking patterns were set up in our infancy and early years, and a good part of our self-image is established by the time we're 6 years old. That is why the formative years of 0 to 5 are critical to a child's feeling of self-worth, self-love, and self-realization.
You will be asked to explore and challenge the truth of the beliefs you have held for a long period of time. It is important to realize that you cannot outperform your self-image. Many people struggle with this in the weight loss arena. If you hold the image that your body is meant to be fat, you will experience this perpetual cycle of weight loss and weight gain. That is why it is so critical to work on our self-image.
Much the same way that we perform the elimination diet and cleanse our body of the physical toxins that have accumulated over the years, so too we must perform an elimination diet of the negative thoughts and emotions that rule our lives.
Self-image issues are pertinent not only in our health, but they can be pervasive and hold us back in many aspects of our life, including our professional career, our relationships, the level of success we're able to achieve, and our emotional states. It is important that we realize that we cannot outperform our self-image.
Much like the snake that sheds its skin, you'll be asked to release and repattern your limiting thoughts and beliefs. You'll be asked to list as many limiting beliefs that you are currently working with and stare them down and ask a simple question. Do I know in my hearts of heart the fact to be true or false?
You will also be asked during this mental detox to do an elimination diet and let go of all your complaining, criticizing, and gossiping. These are all self-destructing behaviors and do not serve your higher self and certainly do not contribute to your health and well-being.
In week 3, we will shift our energies to positive, nourishing thoughts and emotions, very much like we shift to a restorative food after our elimination diet during our physical detox. In week 3, we will cover the topics of forgiveness, trust, and introduce the Course in Miracles. Think of a person or situation where you felt that you've been hurt or wrong. Feelings of anger, hatred, resentment, and even sadness may well up inside of you. These negative thoughts and emotions tend to cellularize within your body and literally attack the cells and organs and cause toxic reactions.
Being able to let go and truly forgive will release many of the emotional blocks that affect energy flow within the body. Forgiveness is actually an expression of self-love and a gift to yourself. When we keep this in mind, it makes the process easier and gives us the courage to take the necessary steps we need to clear the mental and emotional blocks within us.
You can think of the 7 chakras as energy centers or vortexes within our bodies through which energy flows. Each chakra plays a critical role in regulating the body's vital life force energy. Blocked energies in any of the chakras can lead to illnesses. I will draw your attention to the 4th chakra or the heart chakra. The heart chakra is associated with unconditional love, self-acceptance, and forgiveness, and it will bring tremendous healing powers.
The Course in Miracles states that every act is either an expression of love or a call for love. When we are able to truly understand this point, we can move past our own feelings of hurt and resentment and move towards feelings of compassion and love. Understand that we are not asking you to condone the misaligned behaviors or wrongdoings of others, but to remember that this is about your own reaction and the negative impact on your life, health, and well-being.
We will end our 4-week detox with a healthy dose of love and gratitude. Emmett Fox, in his 7-day mental detox, had this quote, "It makes no difference how deeply seated may be the trouble, how hopeless the outlook, how muddled the tangle, how great the mistake. A sufficient realization of love will dissolve it all." I have this gratitude practice upon awakening in the morning. Before I set my foot on the floor, I think of 5 things that I'm grateful for. Then I watch the magic unfold in the rest of my day. This practice also helps me to move from a feeling of lack to a feeling of appreciation for the abundance in all areas of my life. I've taught a modified gratitude practice to my 3 children and have witnessed a wonderful increase in their appreciation for each other and for the blessings in their lives. Now, in my work as a cardiologist and in Catherine's work as a life and health coach, we see a lot of clients who are worried about their physical or mental health. We would like you to take an inventory of your current situation. Are you struggling with stress, fatigue, anxiety, depression, feeling of overwhelm, or any other physical symptoms of chest pain, palpitation, constricting breath, body ache, pain, or headache, to name a few?
Or are you experiencing joy, happiness, energy, vibrancy, strength, vitality, calm, clarity, stability, and peace in your life? Are you living a life that is in perfect harmony with your core beliefs? In what areas do you need clarity and reframing of your thinking patterns? What if it were possible to learn how to think in a manner that is generative and life-giving rather than constrictive and energy draining? What if it were possible to live a life free of stress, anxiety, and fear? What if it were possible to live in a constant state of love and gratitude? We'll show you how in this 4-week mental detox program.
It is critical to recognize that one cannot obtain optimal health and well-being unless you have a balanced, centered, and peaceful mind. More and more, I've shifted my cardiology practice to go beyond just addressing the physical symptoms and disease state of the heart to recognizing that I need to address other facets of the heart and take a whole life approach to health. That is why I've come together with Catherine to teach this mental detox, as I truly believe that this will hold the key to your health.
Dr. Cynthia and I will show you the how and give you real life-saving tools to incorporate into your daily practices. As you decide whether this program is right for you, you need to answer for yourself the why. Why might you choose to participate in this program? Why might you choose to invest in your life? Why might you choose to act now?
You will receive 4 content-rich webinars delivered weekly to your inbox to listen to at your leisure, along with 4 accompanying transformational workbooks for each of the 4 weeks. There are 4 pre-recorded weekly coaching sessions as well as daily emails to inspire and motivate you. But more importantly, you will receive an exciting opportunity to refresh and rejuvenate your mindset by learning proven techniques that will shift you from reacting to circumstances to living a life full of joy, gratitude, and attracting whatever you want in life. Listen to what some of our previous clients have said. Deborah, my aha moment. We are not bounded by our self-limiting thoughts. There was a flash of freedom that has been liberating. If this isn't a gift, I don't know what is. And then Elise says, at last, I have strong boundaries, a sense of lasting peace, strong limits and boundaries with others. I cannot tell you how awesome this is. It's taken a lifetime to claim my peace and freedom from the imposition of other people's stuff. This has been life-changing. Thank you a million times over. And Melanie says, my life has taken such a peaceful presence. I feel lighter and happier. My husband and families have noticed the difference. Each difficult situation I face is no longer a struggle. So if you're ready to experience these same transformational shifts, then register at the link below or at www.drcynthia.com/mental detox program. Now, our 4-week mental detox program normally sells for $299, but for a limited time, you can save $100 and receive all 4 weeks for only $199. Plus, as a bonus, you will be able to download a PDF copy of my best-selling new book, Your Vibrant Heart. And if for any reason you don't find great value in this program, you can ask for a full money-back guarantee within 1 month of purchase. So you really have nothing to lose. So what is stopping you now from claiming your vibrant heart and living into energy, strength, spirit, vitality, vigor, and love? So this is Dr. Cynthia Dyke. I hope to see you on the other side along with Catherine. Here's to wishing you health, happiness, and peace.